Anil Agarwal, the founder and executive chairman at Vedanta, to talk about where things really stand as of now with Vedanta and, of course, the industry as well. Mr. Agarwal, morning. Great to have you today on ET Now. I want to first talk about, the China factor, because Chinese slowdown has been spooking the demand side of the market, but for base metals, the upside trigger has not been demand, but supply issues cropping up world over. Would you agree with that analogy?
I don't agree fully.
Okay.
China is correcting themselves. They are sorting it out, their trade agreement with the America. And everybody is watching the trade barrier which America and China has. It has to be resolved. And it is in process of resolving. And I believe they are correcting themselves how to make the industry more aligned, and I think China will have space. They will not come down. Maybe they remain as they are today.
Okay, fair point, and I'm glad you corrected us there. Zinc, Mr. Agarwal, as the market has once again been facing deficit fears. But with your projects in Zinc International, Zinc India, plus Glencore, the market may be pushed into surplus by 2020. What's the outlook?
No, it should be other way around. If you look at the India, only 10% of steel being coated with this zinc. It is a time which is environmental. Today is a time we cannot use the naked steel. Whether it's in a construction, whether it's a bridges, anywhere in infrastructure, we have to have a galvanized coating, and it has to go from 10% to 50%. And there are hardly any new discovery of zinc. In any other metal, there are about 25 to 30 producers. In zinc, largely there are only 3 producers, 3 or 4 main producers. So I'm generally, I believe I'm bullish on zinc. There will be by and large new products coming. I'm still very bullish on the zinc.
Sure. Mr. Agarwal, you won a good 41 blocks in the OALP recently. When are you looking to start oil production? You've also struck oil in the KG Basin, for example. So, what do you see as the prospects there, the kind of potential?
I have always gone against the wind. 15 years back, when nobody believed India, they never believed that we have natural resource, and single-handed I have been fighting, talking, putting the voice, and media has been helping me all the time. That is enough. Out of 100 rupees revenue we are spending half of that revenue into the oil, into the gold, and lot of natural resource. This is we have a best geology comparable to the Canada, Australia, South Africa, and it is a high time to create job. Maximum job has been created by the natural resource sector. So I have been so much of vocal, and that's how we have taken Cane Energy. And Cane, as you know, it was thrown away field. All business what we have, I'm just repeating, all business what we have in India has been thrown away asset, where there was nothing, and we created out of that world-class asset. And so much of, because this, we have between public sector and us, discrimination is huge. And facing that, we have come to this position where I always said, look, we will produce 50% oil of the country. We used to import zinc. Most of the zinc we used to import. Today we are exporting zinc. Aluminium, 70% of the aluminium we are producing. Aluminium will change the India, because what we need is more job, more entrepreneurship, more service to come in. So aluminium, zinc, iron ore, as you know, the small difficulty when we have today in iron ore we have to do the e-auction, which is absolutely unfair, and government is losing so much of revenue. And a small thing, we got stuck. So we have faced one after other. You have headwind, but still we are the best name in the world in natural resource. Anybody talk about India natural resource, they talk about us. Oil, I'm very, again, you will say that give the calculation. I always give this example in the world that when 15 years back China opened up, they were below us. And what they are today, if you do the calculation, what they have done should be done in 200 years, but they have done it in 15 years. So that time of India has come. You know, we all have, I have been called by Niti Aayog, I have been called by the Prime Minister office, and they are very excited when they hear that if we start producing oil in our country, we start producing gold. Today we are deficit on the current account, it will be surplus if the import is reduced. And the money which we will save, we can invest in the infrastructure. So I have a full plan on 41 block. At the moment we are producing about 250,000 barrels of production, which is about 30% of India's production. We have given a contract about $3.5 billion to the best of service company in the world, and that will take us 500,000 barrel production in 2.5 years time, 2.5, 3 years time. And 41 block, I'm very optimistic, and I'm bringing best of expert of the world. We expect another 500,000 barrel to come. It's a hard work, but everybody is supporting me. If we produce all this, we will be 1 million barrel of oil, which I'm dreaming and I'm looking forward if I can achieve that. But I must say, the Petroleum Ministry and government, trust me, the way they are very favorable. Earlier we used to have 60 clearances to produce oil. Today has only six clearances. We don't have to go to the government for getting the clearances. They are concerned about, and which is right, to make sure that environmentally we are highest in the world, and we are very conscious about it, and we are following that. And I'm sure 250 to 500 and 500 to million barrel is our roadmap.
Agarwal, so lots of potential there, and sounding quite upbeat about the situation there when it comes to oil. I just want to get some views from you as well on really how you plan to allocate some of the excess capital currently Vedanta has. Market would be keen to hear from you if you have any thoughts on it going forward. When of course you'd earlier mentioned the established returns from that structured investment in Anglo-American would be higher than other investment avenues. Some in the market were a little uncertain about that. So just anything you could sort of share with us in terms of reassurance on really the strategy there and how you're planning to use some of the other excess cash.
No, you know that we had Tom Albany, who worked with the company around five years, and who created a lot of value. And after that, we have Venkat, who has joined, who branded as a best mining person in the world. He was the major to produce gold in South all over the world. So he runs the major company. He's joined as a CEO, and he's making a plan. Some point of time you should interview him. And what we are looking as a bigger picture, what we have made a plan on the drawing board to have a $30 billion revenue in 3 years' time, and to have about $13 billion EBITDA. We will be producing about over 400,000 barrels of oil. We are looking to produce a 3 million ton integrated aluminium. At oil we are going to produce at about $6, which is the lowest in the world. We are going to produce aluminium at $1,600, again, which is one of the lowest, about 3 million ton. We are going to produce zinc fully integrated, about 1.8 million ton zinc integrated between India and the Africa at the cost of less than $1,000. We are looking to produce, you'll be surprised, 1,000 ton silver, which would be the third largest silver producer in the world. We never used to produce silver in the country. We started this, which will create massive job in our country. We are going to produce 1,000 ton silver. We're very excited about it. We are going to produce about 5 million ton, 4.5 million ton of steel. We are going to produce about 40 million ton of iron ore. What else like copper? We are going to produce 400,000 ton copper, and with the expansion 800,000 ton. In Zambia, we are definitely looking to produce 400, because one of the best copper ore body. We are looking to produce 400,000 ton of copper. All this will cost us, all brownfield, all this will cost us about $8.5 billion.
Okay.
We have enough earning in our company to address that, and the biggest thing is our team. Each CEOs and the company team is fully ready to deliver this.
Absolutely. Mr. Agarwal, I just wanted to get in a word from you. Since we're a bit short on time, we would love to stretch this interview a little bit more, but I just wanted to get in an update then on the Tuticorin and Zambia plants.
Yes, beautiful. No, it is, we have to be very careful. I'm saying in the channel that India is in a growth path. People don't want India to produce copper and natural resource. And we have world best producing plant in Tuticorin. NGT, which is the highest body in the country, has been given a mandate, assigned them, and they've given a clean report. I believe the High Court is going to have a hearing in few days, and this is the plan for the people, and we believe it should be what court will take a view in few days' time. This is about the Tuticorin. Zambia, we have this London lawyer has taken these people wanted to have a case file in London, and we said it should be in Zambia. Court has said no, we can hear this case in UK. We have no problem. We are very transparent. We have a very good care. We are above board as far as the all compliance are concerned, so we have no concern as far as Zambia is concerned. But the process will go on, and we have to go through that process to make sure everything is all right.
Okay, good to hear that, Mr. Agarwal. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with us today on ET Now.
Thank you.